It was a pleasant summer morning on December 1st, 1948, when the body of an unknown man was found on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. He lay at the foot of a seawall, his head resting on the sand as if asleep. Passers-by thought little of it at first, assuming him to be a harmless drunk sleeping off a night of revelry. Hours passed, the sun climbed higher, but the man never stirred. As the day wore on, concern grew. A closer look revealed the man wasn't sleeping, he was dead. His body was meticulously dressed in a suit and tie, his shoes polished to a shine. There was no wallet, no identification, no clue as to who he was or how he had come to be on that beach. The only hint of his past lay in his pockets, a used bus ticket and a pack of cigarettes, neither offering any real answers. The mystery of the Somerton man, as he would come to be known, had begun. The police were baffled. The man seemed to be in his early 40s, physically fit, with no obvious signs of violence on his body. His clothes were expensive, his hands well cared for, suggesting a man of means, yet his pockets held no clues to his identity. Who was this impeccably dressed man, found dead on a public beach with no indication of his past? The questions were endless, the answers frustratingly out of reach. The discovery sent ripples of unease through the seaside town. The unknown man's presence on their beach, his death shrouded in mystery, was unsettling. The police, determined to give the man a name and his story a conclusion, launched a full investigation. The Somerton man's clothing was as perplexing as his lack of identification. His suit was of high quality, his shoes well made, suggesting a man accustomed to a certain level of luxury. His tie, knotted neatly at his throat, was of a style not commonly found in Australia, hinting at a possible foreign origin. Each piece of clothing was meticulously cared for, free of wear and tear, as if purchased new for the occasion of his death. The labels on his clothes, however, offered no further clues. They had been meticulously removed, adding another layer of intrigue to the case. Why would a man go to such lengths to erase his identity? Was he running from something or someone? The missing labels only served to deepen the mystery surrounding the Somerton man, making his origins even more obscure. Examinations of his belongings revealed further oddities. The cigarettes in his pocket were of a rare brand, not readily available in Australia at the time, further pointing to a possible connection to overseas. The bus ticket found on his person indicated he had traveled from Adelaide's city centre, but his movements before that remained a mystery. It was as if he had appeared out of thin air, fully formed, only to meet his end on the sands of Somerton Beach. The absence of any personal effects, save for the meticulously stripped clothing and a few oddments, made the task of identifying the man a nightmare for the police. Every clue seemed to lead to another dead end. Every answer only served to raise more questions. The Somerton man, with his carefully curated anonymity, remained an enigma, his story a puzzle box waiting to be unlocked. The autopsy of the Somerton man provided little clarity and even more questions. The initial examination pointed towards a possible heart failure or poisoning. The man's internal organs showed signs of congestion, and his spleen was abnormally large, suggesting his system had been under immense stress before death. The lack of any visible injuries or signs of struggle further fueled the theory of poisoning, painting a picture of a silent and invisible killer. However, toxicology reports came back negative. There were no traces of any known poisons in the man's system, ruling out the most obvious suspect in his demise. The cause of death remained undetermined, leaving the medical examiners baffled. The man's body seemed to contradict itself, showing signs of a system shutting down, but offering no explanation for the cause. Theories about the Somerton man's death ran rampant. Some speculated he was a spy, eliminated by a foreign power using an untraceable poison. Others believed he was caught in a love affair gone wrong, the victim of a jealous lover's revenge. The lack of concrete evidence allowed speculation to flourish, each theory as plausible as the last, yet none offering a definitive answer. The mystery of the Somerton man's death, much like the mystery of his life, remained unsolved. His body, a canvas for theories and assumptions, offered no easy answers. He became an enigma, a cautionary tale whispered on the windswept dunes of Somerton Beach, a reminder that some secrets are destined to remain buried.